Are we ready for this, Chief?
What are we ready for?
Come on.
Ship the hell off.
Ship off.
Ship off. Ship off. Find a little boat and ship the hell off. A little bit of diversity to ship off tonight. I'm a little bit all over the shop. I'm going to start with the Caribbean Premier League.
Oh, yes.
Now, the commentators have been banging on about the Knight Riders who had won it last year and how unlucky they'd been, Jim. They've been terribly unlucky, apparently. So they bat first. They make 4 for 191. This is T20.
Yep.
4 for 191, which is a very, very solid score.
That's nice.
They then open with Narayan, the tweaker that can move both ways, who takes 1 for 9 off his 4 overs.
Which is getting the job done.
You would have thought so. Then they proceed to drop Chris Gale twice.
Yep.
Misses stumping. Then get him out on 94, called back because it was a no ball. Then he hits the free hit for 6. He makes 108 not out and they get beaten. Over they go. You reap what you sow in this game. It is not unlucky when you drop a bloke 2 times, miss a stumping, get him out, and then it's a no ball. So cop that, Knight Riders.
So they went for 180 in the other 16 overs.
Correct. Extraordinary stuff. It was very fun to watch. I was actually watching it that morning. It's brilliant. Matt Damon's copped a heap of flack, Jim. I don't know if you know about this.
Bourne.
He was interviewed, about the new Jason Bourne movie, and somehow they got on to the laws governing firearms in Australia, and he said he actually liked our strict firearms laws. Well, have the redneck media and the NRA turned on him over there. They think it's a touch hypocritical, given he plays gun-toting heroes, and quotes like, who cares what this jackass thinks? I mean, it's not like he brought the subject up. They are just absolutely launching him. They want to boycott his films and relocate him to Australia.
We'd have him.
NRA driven. They are spectacular people, and they can ship off. We better have a listen to something first. I got told about this. I didn't hear it live, but it drifted my way, and I need to have a listen to this, please.
I think she was protecting against loss of sponsors, knowing that Times would not get her into the finals. Many sponsor deals are based on performance at major meets. Injury would override most options for companies in contracts, so she possibly took the path avoiding the loss of sponsorship deals, Spud.
Yeah, you got it right.
I don't think she was necessarily injured, Spud.
Now, what Brian Taylor needs to learn...
What was he talking about, please?
An old adage. He was talking about Sally Pearson.
Right.
Apparently feigning an injury and pulling out of the Olympics so she didn't lose sponsors.
Right.
There's an old saying, Jim, that has never been more true, and that is you don't piss on monuments.
No, that is true.
She's an Olympic gold medalist and a world champion. We don't have many of them in the world of track and field athletics.
True.
And Brian just unzipped and hosed her down. You cannot do that, BT. Give us a spell, ship off. And
he might have been right, though, too.
Warrior!
I'm with
you
him on
can
that.
ship off too.
I'm with him on that.
You can ship off too. There's a very, very big story about the impending banning of Greyhound racing in New South Wales.
Yep.
An extraordinary story, and July next season it's going to be out, done, finished. Apparently 50 to 70,000 dogs have been killed over the last 12 years because they're too slow. There's been live baiting, doping, all those sorts of things. Incredible cruelty to the dogs, which is just unacceptable. But given the New South Wales greyhound industry employs up to 1,500 people, and there are 40,000 greyhounds in New South Wales as we speak that are either racing or breeding or pups, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen to them when we cancel the sport itself. They get $31 million a year in gambling tax revenue, the local government. I understand it is terrible, abhorrent cruelty. But what the hell is the integrity department for? What about all the innocent people involved? Ban the lawbreakers for life, but don't just chuck everything up in the air and say it's too hard, so we're getting rid of the sport. Give us a spell.
Ship them off.
Ship them off.
Right.
And one little one for a bloke that once again reached a ridiculous level of arrogance. JB, calling himself, airborne, global, everything else, career best form. You've just come back from a holiday, Jim. Ship off.
Speaking of a man who's got a very, very healthy opinion of himself, of course, and has had right from the get-go, I speak of Crown Bet's finest, Benny Dixon, who joins us now. Dicko?
Yes, JB.
I've just been shipped off. I think, speaking of records, that's a record. I rarely miss. And just watching the other night, the football, of course, and quarter time, half time, three-quarter time on Fox. There was yourself and Kingy in the analysis room. How much of that stuff are you actually coming up with, please, Dicko?
Oh, a good 85% of it, Jim. You know, a good scholar like myself from Assumption, I get my head right into the numbers and just back it up with a vision.
There was just a couple of things that slipped out of your mouth that I wasn't sure you even knew what you were saying yourself.
Jim.
That's the beauty of telly, as you know, Jim. Someone's in your ear just feeding you, but, come on, please, give me some credit. It's got to be 60% of mine, surely.
Jim, he ain't launching any rockets. The only one he's hanging on to is the one attached to his face.
Hey, Dicko, Friday night special as we let you go.
Friday night special. You're back out the team in the head-to-head market. They get to 12 points or more, but lose the match. We'll obviously give you a stake back in bonus bets up to $50. And oh, geez, I love the Chief. It's just term of endearment, isn't it?
He's got a ship off.
Too good. The Crown bet. Well done, Dicko. Thanks for that.
Well done, JB. See you, boys.
We need to get going into a break. I love that. I was just watching the quarter time, three-quarter time, and into the room they went.
You thought it was a bit of Kingy work?
Oh, Kingy
more than
dominates.
Dicko work?
You know he dominates. But then it came time for Dicko to slide one through, and there was just one, Chief, where he got halfway through, and I think he actually forgot what he was trying to say. I'm like, come on, Dicko, give us a spell.